Not really. I'm really concerned for our country. We have a great country. We have a radical left group of lunatics out there, just absolute lunatics, and we're going to get that problem solved. I'm only concerned for the country. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now.
If you look up to the top left, you'll see the building where the shooter was proned out in the top left corner. We'll go ahead and play that video, and I'll narrate as we walk through that. So here you see the suspect ran behind that upper building. He's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes. Again, we'll replay that again so you can get another view of that. It's important to note his black T-shirt, his black pants, and there appears to be some white on the soles of those Converse tennis shoes. Those are all identifiable items that we're looking for. In the stills that are going to follow this, you're going to see a very distinctive T-shirt with an American flag and appears to have an eagle on it. There's also a baseball cap with a triangle on it and a pair of sunglasses. All distinctive, all things that we would ask the public to look for and try to identify if they know someone who has those items, who has been seen wearing those items. We're looking for all that information. Here you see the suspect after dropping off the building. He moved around across this grassy area, around the parking lot. We're going to pan to the right. After he crosses the street, this is where he moves over into the wooded area. This is the video evidence that we utilize to track his movements and to locate that firearm in that wooded area following the discovery of this evidence.
What's going on, guys? I'm sure a lot of you all have already seen these horrific responses to the murder of Charlie Kirk. Untimely death. The guy shot him in the neck at the age of 31, a father of two. This guy is a husband. This is somebody's son out here, you know, and crazy that, you know, the tolerant left is completely unempathetic to a death, a murder even, not just a death. Like, it'd be one thing if he just, I don't know, fell off a freaking cruise ship or something and drowned, but no, he was literally killed likely by a person who was ideologically opposed to him. Now, while they haven't found the shooter yet, they did find some bullet casings, and they found the actual shooter's weapon, or at least what they believe to be the shooter's weapon, and some pro-trans and anti-fascist casings.
The news is coming in very fast now. Breaking news in the hunt for the assassin in Utah. Brand new evidence now. Bill Malutian. Bill, tell us.
Yeah, Harris, good morning to you. We heard earlier today that the FBI said they recovered that high-powered bolt-action rifle in a wooded area. Well, now several federal sources confirmed to Fox News that messages were found written on both the gun and the ammunition here, and those messages are currently being reviewed by investigators. We can't confirm what were in those messages, only that messages were found scrawled on both the gun and the ammunition that investigators have found, and that is under review right now. That gun will be having what's known as an urgent trace by the ATF. That is when they're going to try to find out where the gun was purchased, when it was purchased, what the possible chain of custody was. Right now, they say those images show that person, whoever it is, jumping off a building and running off into a neighborhood, and that person appears to be college-aged. But again, Harris, multiple federal sources telling Fox News that messages of some kind were found written on both the gun and the ammo, and investigators right now looking at those messages, as here we are about 20 hours after this assassination and still no suspect in custody just yet. But it sounds like investigators are hot on this person's trail. That's all we got right now. Harris, we'll update as soon as we have more. We'll send it back to you.
Now, some people are saying that's a little too obvious, but I mean, do I really put it, give this person so much credit to be some sort of criminal mastermind to go as far as to literally plant evidence to throw people off the trail? Probably not. So this is probably real evidence, but I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe this person obviously is a coward. They didn't face Kirk themselves and they chose to run rather than just face the music or, off themselves like a lot of cowards tend to do. This person's a different type of coward. But without me going too deep into that, I want to go ahead and react to Stephen A. Smith because he is strongly condemning this. I'm not surprised. Stephen A. Smith seems like he's I'm not going to talk about his IQ, but in general, he doesn't seem like he is a supervillain like some of these leftists in modern times are. So without further ado, let's go ahead and react to what he has to say.
I'm a black man born in America. I know what problems that exist in this country. But I also know there's far more good people than there are bad people in this country, regardless of who you are, what your ethnic background is. White, black, Hispanic, and beyond. I'm in a studio here in Las Vegas, and I'm looking outside, and I see people looking at me and smiling and saying, "What's up, Stephen?" They don't look anything like me. And I don't care, because they're showing me love, and I'm showing love right back to them. At some point in time, we got to recognize, can't just speak about it. Can't just give lip service to when such a vile act takes place. And we're going to give lip service to the tragedy of the moment. And then within 24 hours, we move on with our lives like nothing happened. Something did happen.
I mean, honestly, I'd be appreciative if people did that. But the problem is that's not what's going on. There's so many people making fun of this. It's astounding. But I'll get into that in a minute.
I don't care what his political beliefs were. I don't care what he felt. I care about the fact that a man was gunned down in front of two of his children who are 5 years of age or less. That he's dead at the age of 31. That his wife is a widow. That his children are fatherless. Because his ideas and his beliefs differed from somebody else, apparently. And then I'm going online and I'm seeing people celebrating it. Shame. Shame on you.
100% agreed here with Stephen A. Shame on you. But not just that, even Cenk Uygur, I mean, one of the biggest far left lunatics that I know of, Mr. Free Palestine himself, like the crazy raging lunatic, even this guy is calling this out.
So look, I've seen some on the left that are celebrating it, but they're a tiny, loud, annoying, unacceptable group of idiots. I didn't love JB Pritzker's comment there because this is not the time to go tit for tat and go back and forth. I also don't like the right wing, getting everyone riled up about the entirety of the left and all the Democrats as if they did the shooting. It starts, in this case, the onus is on us on the left to show empathy to Charlie, who was on the right, and to his family, because he was killed today. It's our job to show empathy today. And by the way, if the right yells at you and says this, that, or the other thing, you know what? How about we let it go today, okay? How about we say, we're sorry for your loss? Even if that's painful to you, even if they've said something terrible to you. Because either you're gonna ratchet up the volume and the anger, or you're gonna try to bring it down. So please do the right thing and have empathy for them and don't make it worse. Try in a tiny little way to make it better. And the way to do that is to say our hearts go out to you for your loss. That's easy, should be easy.
Now here is where I disagree with a lot of people. And you guys let me know how you think about what you think about this and what you believe. It's fine to disagree with me and think something different is what it is. Feel free to let me know in the comments. But some people are saying, oh, both sides, they're trying to both sides it, and both sides need to turn down the temperature and all this BS. But here's the reality, guys. I have seen hundreds, since this event took place, I have seen hundreds of posts, comments, memes, and videos people recorded with their face. All the information's public, so anybody could see it and contact their job. I've seen people contacting people's jobs and basically getting them fired for making derogatory posts. Even somebody in the Secret Service, the U.S. Secret Service members, people in the U.S. military making crazy posts celebrating this. Not saying we don't care about it. No, I'm glad he's gone. You're next. Should have been Trump. Can we take out more? Here's a list. These are the type of things I'm seeing, guys. These people are not only non-empathetic, they are bloodthirsty. They want people dead, and if it could happen to you, they'd want you dead too. They would relish in watching you get hit in your throat and watch blood squirt out of your neck. As long as their political ideology was acknowledged and it won, if they cannot beat you with their words and their debate and their legislation, then they're going to go after your life. This is one of the things I've been trying to tell people on this channel for a long time. People think, oh, it's not really that serious. Does it look serious to you now? How many of you ever thought about public speaking who haven't done it? 'Cause I'm pretty sure most people watching this channel probably haven't done it. You know, this could happen to you. You could be going up and, you do one too many speaking engagements, so you never know when some lunatic, you're outside, you're always going to be thinking like, well, I hope nobody's on the roof today. Could happen to you. And this is serious business. Of course, the only reason this doesn't happen more often is because these cowards know its consequences. They can't just do it and get away with it. But the fact that they're so happy at all, some people said that they would like to do it. I'm not going to keep sharing clips of this because I don't want to turn you guys' stomachs. But I'm sure whether I share them or not, a lot of you guys have probably seen them already. There are countless people saying it, and they do not give a damn at all, even about consequences. They think that they're probably going to get pats on the back from some of their bros, high fives. And a lot of them are getting it. A lot of people, they'll post something in their comments, they'll get congratulations. I had to remove people from some of my social media accounts, delete. Because I don't support violence against people I disagree with. I'm not a fan of Sleepy Joe and Kamala Harris and Joy Reid and Jim Acosta and Abby Phillip and all these people, but I would never wish for them to just be shot through the neck. I think that they're causing irreputable harm. I think that their rhetoric is what caused Charlie Kirk's death. And I still don't want people to just go out and just get it's time for revenge. That's not how I feel. These people swear they're on a moral high ground in terms of like hating the hater. They swear that people on the right are just filled with hate, but they hate the hater so much they've dehumanized them to the point of laughing and dancing on the person's grave, celebrating of death, celebrating of murder, and calling for more. Where the hell did all that even come from? How did we even get here as a nation to where a guy who goes and does debates with a bunch of college kids on campuses because he said things that some people don't like, now he's murdered and that's the greatest thing ever? It's some people's happiest day ever. Do they really hate President Trump that bad? To where now anybody on the right who gets killed is, oh, happy day? These people are sick, guys. Now, I want to give you a reminder. Charlie Kirk was not a violent guy himself, never encouraged any violence. So do you think that continuing to be soft and sweet and kind and debate openly with a bunch of emotionally unhinged lunatics is the solution? I really don't think so, but let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching The Black Anomaly. Rising channel. I'm out.
I think people are already saying things they shouldn't be saying. Joe Walsh is a good example of that.
What did you not?
I mean, today, a 31-year-old father of 2 and a husband is dead. There's really nothing more to say than this is unacceptable and it's wrong. There's no both sidesing it. A man is dead. And so that's number one. I've heard J.B. Pritzker blame Donald Trump today. I don't understand. Our friend is dead, and we've got people out here who just can't stop grinding political axes.